Hello and welcome to the little apartment on the prairie. Isaac and I are getting ready to go on an adventure. We're going to go camping for one night because I figure I'll get it out of my system in one night. We haven't gone in a couple years and it's like 65 degrees out today. It's going to get chilly tonight, but it's really nice out right now. And I just feel like I've been cooped up in this house so long and I just want to get out. So I'm in the process of getting ready. I've got to wash up a few dishes. Hi, Whiskers. Including my coffee pot. Where's Whisker Tail? But I thought I'd show you some of what I'm packing. So I put some coffee in a little bottle here. This is enough coffee for a couple pots. I probably will only need one pot of coffee in the morning, but I put it in an old medicine bottle, well washed. So that works well. I had a can of soup. I'm having soup for supper tonight, which will be easy to heat up over a fire. And some homemade bread I'm going to take. Whiskers, you're kind of in the way, darling. So for breakfast tomorrow, I'm going to have some homemade granola. And I've got it in a jar, and I'll have a little jar of milk that I'm going to put in just a little cooler with an ice pack. And so I can just eat it out of the jar. It's easy to eat that way. For Isaac for breakfast, I've got a can of, it's basically a one meal for Isaac in a can that I canned back in May. It's got ground beef, chicken hearts, and gizzards, and carrots. So that'll be his breakfast. I've got my little pot to heat up on my little stove, which all fits in here, and I'm going to show you when I'm camping how this thing works. It'll be my first time using it. And my little spoon and fork set, and some gloves in case I need them picking up firewood. And I'm going to take a couple protein bars and some cookies in case I need a snack. Of course, taking my coffee pot so I can make coffee. I'm going to take a couple dishcloths and a dish towel, and I have 2 spray bottles. I've got a spray bottle that's got soapy water in it, like dish soap. It makes it really easy when you're camping and you don't have access to a lot of water, and you can just kind of spray off your plate or your bowl with soapy water, then spray it with plain water. Then you'll wash it real good when you get home, of course. And I've got some jugs of water. I've got these old, that vinegar comes in. They're like sturdier than milk jugs, I feel like, and it's easier to clean vinegar out of a jug than it is to clean milk out of a jug, I feel like. So, and take some water. I've got a really good sleeping bag. And I'm going to take a couple extra blankets just in case me or Isaac need one. And a couple other things. But yeah, I'm not going to take a whole lot. We're just staying for one night. I'll get it all out of my system and then come home. So I'll show you kind of when we get there and get stuff set up. And I'm going to show you how my stove works. Okay, so here's my little insulated cooler thing. I got a couple ice packs in there. Got some milk to go with my cereal in the morning. And some milk to add to my coffee. You bring me your Kong, I'll give you a treat. Isaac's getting all worked up. Bring it here. You gotta bring it. Got my insulated coffee thing. I've got my big lantern. I have a little flashlight too, and one of those little headlamp things. Got to wash up a few more dishes and carry a ton of stuff out to the car, and we'll be ready to go. So we're just driving down the road. My neighbor recommended a camping spot that he's been to in the past and liked. So we're gonna go check it out, and if it doesn't look, I don't know, if I don't like it for some reason, then there's a couple other places not far away that I can check out as well. And maybe we'll just go check out a few different places just to see what's available. So it is 61 degrees right now. It's supposed to get up to 65 today, but it's supposed to get down to 30 something tonight. I think 37. And I've got a sleeping bag. I think that's rated down to 0 degrees. It's supposed to keep me warm when it's really, really cold. So we'll see how cold and uncomfortable I get tonight. Because I usually end up cold and uncomfortable when I go camping. But I like it all except the part of actually like sleeping outside or on the ground. I like all the other parts of camping. But, you know, the sleeping on the ground part always comes with it. All right, so look at that lake, that view. Here's our camping spot we picked. I picked one where the car can be right by like the picnic table so I don't have to carry lots of stuff. There's no one else here at the moment. Probably not going to be anyone else here. We had our pickup spots. I'm going to walk up there to the entrance to pay my camping fee. It's $10 a night here in the off season for camping without electric or anything. So I'm going to go pay that and then we'll set some stuff up. So I picked up a bunch of pine cones. They are great for starting fires. I realized that I forgot to bring newspaper, which I usually use when starting a fire. I have some like scrap paper in my car, a little bit, and I also have a roll of paper towels, so if I need to, I'll use that to kind of get a fire going. But pine cones work great for that. They don't burn for very long. They burn fast, but they have enough sap in them usually that they really, if you just get a fire barely going and throw a couple pine cones in it, you'll get a big blaze for a minute. I have this bag here that has one of those like folding chairs that go in it. And I love this bag for picking up stuff like firewood because it just fits in there real easy and it's easy to carry that way. People keep calling me while I'm trying to film and interrupting me. So it's got like this handle. You can sling it over your shoulder and it makes it easy to carry, not like really heavy logs, but some pieces of wood. And I kind of went around to some other campsites and scavenged some wood that was left too. I'm not putting up a tent. I'm actually sleeping in the car because I think it's going to be too cold for a tent and the ground is hard and my back is old and yeah, we're car camping, but we'll wait to be outside for as long as we want to. Isaac is right now sitting in the car. I suggested maybe he wanted to get out and even go for a swim and he's like, I don't know about that, Mom. So he's going to hang out in here for a while. But it's just gorgeous. No one else is here. Look at that big, huge pile of wood over there. If I want to walk over there, I'll have to consider that. But look how beautiful it is. And quiet and peaceful. This is just exactly what I needed. Well, I hope you can see me because the lighting is just terrible. Like, I can't see what the heck is on my computer screen. But I am just sitting out here relaxing. Yeah. It is so lovely. I was working on this blanket I'm crocheting for a friend of mine and just hanging out. It's so peaceful. Isaac and I have the whole campground to ourselves. He's taking a nap in the car. I know, silly Isaac, right? But I just thought I'd talk for a few minutes about camping. And I went camping a couple times when I was a kid, but it's been a very long time. And several years ago, as an adult, I decided I wanted to start camping, and I was nervous about it. I don't know, just like, what if I couldn't set my tent up right? Or, just, I don't know, all kinds of things could go wrong, right? And the first time I went camping, I made a friend come with me because I wanted help, like carrying heavy things and setting up the tent and stuff. But then after that, I went camping by myself, and I was definitely nervous to camp by myself. And I talked to a friend of mine who's done a lot of camping by herself, and also she's done hiking. She hiked part of the Appalachian Trail by herself. And so I said to her, well, what happens if, I get scared out in the woods by myself in the middle of the night? And she was like, oh, you will. You'll get scared. That's normal. That happens. You'll get scared and you'll be fine. She was like, build up the fire, make a cup of tea, read a book by flashlight, you'll be fine. And she was right. There were times at night I got a little spooked, and I got up and was up for a while, and I usually listen to audiobooks rather than read books at night, but so it turned out okay. And this is going to be the coldest weather I've ever camped in, and I say that and I feel silly because right now it's like, I don't know, almost 60 degrees. The wind is a little chilly, so I put a sweatshirt on, but I'm sitting in the shade too. But anyway, it's supposed to get down to 30 something tonight. I think 37 maybe, something like that. I've got a sleeping bag that's supposed to keep me warm down to 10 degrees. I looked at it when I was setting it up today. So it's supposed to keep me warm down to 10 degrees, and I've got another blanket that I can like stuff in the sleeping bag with me if I'm cold. And I'm going to sleep in the car, so if I'm really cold, I'll run the heater. I've slept in my car before when I've been on road trips and just wanted to stop for, didn't want to pay for a hotel, didn't even need a whole night's sleep, but wanted to sleep for 4 or 5 hours or something. And if it's cold and you're sleeping in your car and you get cold, you run the heater, you blast the heater so it gets really, really warm, and then you turn it off and the heat stays in the car for a while. And when it, eventually, if it gets cold enough, then you get up and turn the heat on again, if it's cold enough to wake you up. So winter camping is something I've been interested in trying for a while. Especially the last year, I think. There's a difference between camping in October and camping in December. Either way, you're not going to have much competition for campsites. One nice thing about camping in the fall is if it's late enough in the fall that there have been several times that I have had a campground all to myself or almost all to myself. And I also like the little out-of-the-way campgrounds that don't have a lot of amenities. This campground has a bathroom. I don't even know if the bathrooms are unlocked or not. I don't think they have running water. I don't think they have flush toilets. They're probably like pit toilets. You should bring your own toilet paper if you're camping somewhere like this. And also you should be aware that some places like bathrooms are not available in the off season. So hopefully hopefully the bathrooms are open. I'm not averse to peeing outside if you got to do anything else, and you got to do it outside. You're supposed to be away from water and away from the campsite and dig a hole and bury it like you're a cat, and that's kind of a pain. So we'll hope the bathrooms are unlocked, but it is the off season, so I don't know if they are or not. I haven't been over there yet. I'm going to make supper about the time it starts getting dark and also build a fire because I love a campfire, even though I don't even know if I'm going to sit by the campfire that long because I'm probably going to go to bed early. I go to bed early at home. I'm going to go to bed early here. But camping in the winter, I've been a little worried about it. Like, what if it's too cold? And, what if I'm cold? What if I'm uncomfortable? And then I kind of had to laugh at myself because I've gone camping plenty of times and I've been cold and uncomfortable. Mind you, if you go camping in October, you might not be as cold as you will be if you're camping in December, but I mean, it seems like people are often afraid of inclement weather when they go camping, or maybe it's just me. I think it's lots of people, but you worry about, well, what if I'm cold? What if I'm hot? What if it rains and I get wet? And if you go camping very much, all of those things are going to happen. When you're out in nature, sometimes things are uncomfortable. It's part of the experience, I guess. So, I mean, the good thing is, since I'm planning on sleeping in my car, if it's 2 in the morning and I'm so uncomfortable that I just can't stand it, I can just drive home in the middle of the night. So, hopefully that won't happen, but it's a possibility. And right now, though, it is so quiet and peaceful out here and so gorgeous. Man, I really needed to just get out of the house, get away somewhere, just relax. It's beautiful. I'm loving it. So, in a little bit, I'm going to mosey on over to the bathroom and see if I can get in there to pee. And I'm going to, I don't know, it gets dark before 5 o'clock, or at least starts getting dark before 5 o'clock. So, around the time it starts getting dark, I'm going to start making a fire and start cooking supper, and we'll see how my new camping stove, how it works. I'm excited to try it out. I'll get my yarn all tangled up. Isaac's sleeping in the car. Well, he's not really sleeping. He's like dozing, but then he looks around and he takes a sniff, but he thinks he's more comfortable lying on the back seat than he would be lying out here on the grass, I guess. He's going to have to get out himself sometime again later to go potty. I suggested he might want to go for a swim since it's a warm day, and when he was younger, he sure would have, but today he was like, nah, I just want to hang out and rest and relax. And it's actually kind of nice because I've gone camping with Isaac before where I wanted to sit down and relax, but he wanted to run around and play. So we're both just totally taking it easy and relaxing, and it's lovely. If you haven't been camping before, if you're new to camping, I encourage you to try it out because it's wonderful. Now let's see if I can even see this thing so that I can turn off my camera. Oh, of course I can. I'm like, it's working in the dark here. Here's kind of how I have things set up in the car. I've got my sleeping bag, and my head's going to go on the passenger side because there's more room on that side because you don't have the steering wheel, but I've got some stuff down in the floor there. And those are my clothes that my sweatpants and hat and stuff to wear at night. Isaac's going to sleep in the back seat. And I got a campfire getting started over here. I'm going to brush my teeth and just get ready to like hang out and chill out for the evening, watch the sunset. So the sun's going down. It's getting a little bit chillier. Got a good fire going, and Isaac's ready for bed. I've got my pajamas on, which are a pair of sweatpants over long underwear. Cleaned up from dinner, brushed my teeth. I'm just gonna hang out. I'm gonna watch some YouTube videos and just hang out for a little while and go to bed soon, even though it's early, because I'm old and I like to go to bed early. Good morning and welcome to the little apartment on the prairie. I know you can't really see anything. There's my coffee pot. I'm trying to make coffee. I'm not sure it's ever gonna get done. I check on Isaac. He was eating breakfast. Did you eat it all? Was it good? You want a drink? How about a drink? I don't know what you have against drinking water in the car. So Isaac has had like nothing to drink the entire time we have been camping. I do not know why. He doesn't want anything to drink. So it's 4 in the morning, and I did not get very much sleep, but I don't sleep that great at home, but I sleep better at home than I do here. I gotta try and get some more sticks for this. So, it was not cold. The cold did not make it hard to sleep, but I was not comfortable. Although I'm often not comfortable on my couch or in my bed at home, so, you know, that's how it goes, I guess. I don't think Isaac was comfortable either. He's like, it's fun to go to the park for the day, but I'm supposed to be at home sleeping on my orthopedic dog bed at night. So, yeah, what did I learn from this camping trip? I can camp when it's cold, and my sleeping bag does a good job, and it'll keep me from freezing. And I like, you know, making dinner over the fire, but I should do a day trip and then go home and go to bed when it gets cold, I think. That's what I learned. But I also learned that I had not had enough time out in nature lately. And I just needed this. Desperately. I'm gonna shut the door so my car doesn't make noise. So if you look at it as a learning experience, sometimes that's a good way to approach new things. Kinda, I'm gonna learn something new, we'll see how it goes. It didn't turn out bad. It'll be better when the coffee's done, but then isn't everything. So I'm going to drink some coffee, like I said, if my coffee ever gets done. And then I'm going to hang out for a little while, watch the sun come up, and then go home and maybe take a nap. I suspect Isaac's going to be tired today because, like I said, I don't think he slept well. He enjoyed camping more when he was younger. He was like, "Mom, why are we doing this?" And then every time I couldn't sleep and like sat up and turned on a light or something, he was like, "Mom, what are you doing? Now you're waking me up." Isaac ate his breakfast and enjoyed it very much. I forget a lot at home that I've got canned food for him. And it's very easy to feed to him, and it's a whole meal in a can. Alright, well, we'll see if the coffee ever gets done. And we'll show you some pictures of the sunrise, if it ever comes up. Look how beautiful that is. The sun's starting to come up, and you can still see the moon up there. Can't see the lake too well yet. It's still too dark over there. Look how beautiful that is. So we're going to finish watching the sunrise, and then we're going to head home. And probably take a long nap. Because this has been tiring, but nice. It really was nice. I really did need to get outside in nature for a little while. So don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't yet. I like the car running. Get it heated up in there. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And let me know if you guys have gone camping in the winter and how you stay warm.